All right, boys and girls, it is that time again. We are going to be writing. So I'm going to make a series of videos to help you guys with your writing. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this prompt is going to be really hard. We went over the prompt already. It's multiple questions. We are going to focus only on a few questions, so we broke down the prompt. This is going to be a 4-paragraph essay. We're writing this in 1 week, okay? This video is just going to be for the introduction, all right, and then we'll have body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion. Simon is here to help us, okay? Let's go over the prompt first. So I'm on 2 screens going, so bear with me. Also, Simon just sat down on all the papers I need. So, all right, here we go. So it says, think about the ways in which relationships shaped the lives of characters and individuals in the text you have read in this unit. Then reflect on your own life. Think of a person who has influenced you in a positive way. Would your life be different if this person were not in your life? Based on your personal experience and at least one text from the unit, do you think relationships can actually shape people's futures? Why or why not? That's the question we're focusing on. The other questions were just kind of like questions for you to think about. That's the one we're going to focus on, okay? Do you think relationships can actually shape people's futures? You're going to use your personal experience and connect that to a character. So you need to have, sorry, my phone is going off again. All right, you need to have this out. We did this yesterday, so sorry about the cat. He's very interested in what we're writing. So remember, the first page, you made a list of just people in your life. Second page, we analyzed all the characters from the story. Then you analyzed your top 5 people in your life. You connected them. Your Venn diagram. And at least if you were in my class, if you didn't finish this was homework because moving on. We're moving on. You then had to pick a character from the story and a person from your personal life, okay? I picked my dad, so I picked the father from Roll of Thunder, Hear Your Cry, and then I picked my dad. What I did, and this is what I did with my class, was I just picked an example from the story. I picked 2 examples. These are going to be my body paragraphs. This is what I did. This is what you need to have in front of you, okay? That was step 1. Step 2, excuse me, Simon. I know, so mean, so mean. Let's write, okay? You need to have your introduction body paragraph in front of you. You either have it in front of you on the computer screen or you have the paper version in front of you, okay? Let me get my computer ready to go. This is exactly just like a DBQ. Exactly like the DBQ. So first part is the hook. So you need to have a quote or a fact. Because we're talking about relationships, I think the easiest thing to do is to have a quote or a fact about relationships. My paper is about fathers and their lives, so I'm gonna have a quote or a fact about fathers. So let me share my screen first. Sorry, the cat is all over my computer. Share my screen. Here we go. So you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I would do this step by step of what I am doing. So quotes about fathers. All right. Let's see here. This one's cool. A father is neither an anchor to hold us back, nor a sail to take us there, but a guiding light whose love shows us the way. Sure. So because it's a quote, I'm going to use the quotes and I can copy it word for word. If it's a fact, you can also copy it word for word. Make sure you are copying it word for word, and if it is a quote, you are using the quotes. You are allowed to do that. Okay, Simon, let's hold on the like the tail wagging for a second. Back. Nor. Sail. Okay. Obviously, this video is going to be different than the last video I made because I was typing it. I'm actually going to handwrite it because in my class, my students are handwriting this so I can edit it right on the spot. For your hook, I would also focus on which relationship you chose. So for example, if you, the person in your personal life was like a friend, maybe you're finding a quote about friendship. If it was an aunt or an uncle, you're focusing on a quote or a fact about that person. If it's somebody in your personal life and they have like a cool like phrase that they always say, maybe it's a quote or their favorite quote or a phrase that they say. If it's a sibling, if it's a grandmother or grandfather, teacher, friend, any relationship, that's the kind of quote or fact that I would focus on. The next thing that I would do is some background information. So remember, the next box is background information, 3 sentences describing the topic. So our topic is about relationships and shaping the people's future. So because mine's focusing on fathers, I want to have 3 sentences talking about dads. You want to pretend that your reader knows nothing about relationships. So maybe I want to say something that like fathers play an important relationship in a family dynamic because. So remember, it's not just a relationship that like you have with that person, but what is that person's relationship, like how does that play a relationship in just how they shape your life? How do they shape the lives of the people around them? Not just how they shaped your life, but how do they shape the people around them, if that makes sense. So this is going to be, like I said, this is probably the hardest essay we're going to be writing because it's not just a personal essay, but it's also argumentative because you're telling us as the readers that this person has shaped your relationship the most. They've influenced your, like, not only shaped your relationship, but they've also impacted your life the most because. So here we go. Again, I would focus also on, to make this easier for your 3 sentences, on who that person is and why their role is so important in your family dynamic. Even if you're choosing like a friend, why that person plays like such a important role in your life. So let's see. This is hard. Let's see. Fathers play an important role in a family dynamic because they're seen as, I'm going to say they're seen as the leader of the family. Which in some cases they are. However, my next sentence, what I'm about to say, is that some families do not have this stereotypical father figure role. Fathers are typically seen as tough and strong. Again, this is just a rough draft, so remember, just get all of your ideas out and then we'll flush those ideas out. So like my background information, maybe not as strong as I want it to be, but right now it is what it is. Let's move on to our A. Okay, So our A, what I would highly recommend, we already have a sentence starter. Remember, our prompt is, do you think relationships can actually shape people's futures? This is your idea. This is your argumentative essay. So on our A, it says relationships can/cannot shape people's futures because. You have to decide right now, based on the person you chose, does this person shape or not shape your future? Okay, so decide. If they do shape your future, if this person has shaped your future, you're going to circle can. If this person does not shape your future, you're going to circle cannot. Choose one of those right now. So I circled can. Now, you want to look at this paper. On this paper, at least in my class, what we did was we circled the 2 reasons as to how this person or these 2 people collectively shaped their future, the future. So in my class, what we decided was like, what do these 2, what does the character from the text and the personal experience have in common that we're gonna write about in our paper? So for example, what mine's gonna say is that relationships can shape people's future because it can show, or it shows, it can, oh man, I have to work on my A, but relationships can shape people's future because it shows us how to work hard and teaches us life lessons. That's going to be my A. So let's write down our A. Whew. So that's our introduction. Okay, so I'm going to read it. Here we go. A father is neither... Oh man, I wrote this wrong. A father is neither an anchor to hold us back nor a sail to hold us there, but a guiding light whose love shows us the way. Sorry, that's when the cat was there. Fathers play an important role in a family dynamic because they are seen as the leader of the family. Some families do not have this stereotypical father figure. Fathers are typically seen as tough and strong. Relationships can shape people's futures because it teaches them how to work hard and teaches them life lessons. That's the introduction, okay? Work hard. Here we go. You guys can do this. Good luck.